Welcome to CosyCounter, the clever counting app for the iPhone. My name is Arno Bost. I invented and developed CosyCounter for you. Now let's go through the video session number 1 overview. This video's purpose are the following two goals. First, you will get to know the idea of CosyCounter. Second, you will get a live demo of CosyCounter in action. Do you remember a situation like this one? Everybody sometimes has an experience with a notably personal meaning. You want to be sure that you will not forget this experience. As an example for this session, let's name this experience My Happy Moments. In order to remember it later, one has to take at least a short note. The shortest and fastest kind of a note would be something like a tally. So you pick up your tools, a piece of paper and a pencil. Now you are ready to create or update your tally. What if you could manage this situation in a far more easy and reliable manner? What if each single tally would provide additional information? A timestamp, location information, a photo, some useful notes. What if you could share your tally with other people, not only but also using your social networks? What if you could access your tallies by more than one device? What if you could tag your tally sheets with wonderful icons to boost your tally's name? This is the idea of CosyCounter. CosyCounter is the evolution of tallies in the iPhone era, which you may use in your own specific individual way. The colored features are already available in CosyCounter version 2.1. The grayscale features are prepared to get implemented and delivered to you by future updates. This is what you get from CosyCounter version 2.1. Have a great counting app with a whole toolset on board inside of your iPhone. Use wonderful, high-quality icons. Create your own tallies, which are called CosyCounters. You may create and use as many counters as you like. Experience your private timeline. Trust CosyCounter's strict private data policy. Any data is under your ownership and under your direct control. CosyCounter is made in Germany and made with passion. CosyCounter comes to you with a great roadmap for further enhancements already in place. How does CosyCounter look and feel? Enjoy this live demo to get a first impression. And don't forget, try CosyCounter yourself. It is absolutely free, no price, no in-app purchase, no marketing ads and no hidden costs. Download CosyCounter from the App Store. Okay, let's start the live demo. Welcome to the CosyCounter live demo on the iPhone. This is CosyCounter's first view that you get after installing CosyCounter from the App Store and opening the app for the first time. There is a message about the successful generation of demo data. For now, we can close this message and start with CosyCounter. You see a list of the available CosyCounters, which represent the tally sheets that you are managing. By the way, the term CosyCounter is used for two meanings. One is the name of the app. The other meaning is an advanced kind of a tally sheet. You may call it your counting machine, which you see in this list. The CosyCounters are arranged in groups, shown in this list as colored headlines like Magic Moments and Food. You get a fast overview about the current values of your Cosy counters, and you can add new Cosy counters, delete them, or change their design. How to delete a Cosy counter? This is very simple. Let's delete the tally "Counting my sheep" using the iPhone's standard gesture for deleting a row. Swipe with one finger over the row from left to right. By this gesture, a new button appears with the title "Delete". Tap this button and the Cosy counter gets deleted and disappears from the list. The deletion of a Cosy counter does not delete any other objects in the app. A Cosy counter is only a container object, which defines the behavior and layout of your smart counting machines. When you delete a Cosy counter, you only delete this one specific counting machine. The objects which are used by this Cosy counter get not deleted. How to change a Cosy counter's design? To customize an existing Cosy counter, you have to tap anywhere inside the appropriate row. Do not tap the round blue button on the right. Have a look at the blue region on top of this view. This region is called Navigation Bar and visible throughout the Cosy Counter app. When you tap inside a row to change the design of that Cosy Counter, the navigation bar's title changes from Cosy Counter to Counter Info. Now you are in the view named Counter Info. When you want to navigate back without saving any changes, you have to tap the navigation bar's left button, named Cosy Counter. A tap on the Save button first will save your changes and then go back to the Cosy Counter list. This view enables you to completely define the design of a Cosy counter. In the first text field, you give it a unique name. In this case, the Cosy counter's name is Another Great Book. Throughout the Cosy Counter app, you can edit a field only when it has a clear white background color. The icon for the Cosy Counter is shown in front of its name. In this example, it is a star which is inherited from the counter item object in the next row. A counter item is another basic object type. It is similar to a variable in mathematics, which has a name and can store a value. In this Cosy Counter design, a counter item named Books Read to Remember will be used to store the values, which will change when you push an action button in the counting view. You cannot directly edit this text field, indicated by its colored background, which is blue in this case. But you can select another counter item object if you want to use another variable object for this Cosy Counter. This selection is offered to you by the blue button. Tap once, and you are in the view titled Select Item. Tap any item that you want to use in your Cosy Counter, or navigate back without any change. For now, we will navigate back by a tap on the upper left button Counter Info. Here we are again. The switch Use Other icon supports two states, off and on. When it is off, the right icon carousel is deactivated. In this situation, the Cosy Counter uses the same icon as the selected counter item. When you toggle the switch state to on, the icon carousel gets activated and automatically navigates to the Cosy Counter's inherited icon. By horizontal swiping, you can select another icon. In this demo, we want to select a book icon for our Cosy Counter. Have a look at the first line of the screen. The small Cosy Counter icon in front of the name text field changes as you navigate the icon carousel. So we select the book icon from this wonderful icon set, which is completely implemented in high retina quality. The action style allows you to define the number of action buttons, which are 1 or 2, and their alignment, vertical or horizontal. All available combinations are represented by the 3 action style icons, which we can select by a second carousel. Have a look at the following line, where each action button gets linked with a specific action. This line changes dynamically when we hit the action style carousel. You can switch to a horizontal layout, you can go back to a vertical layout, or select the one button style. That is the design for this CosyCounter that we want for now. Let's save this design. Wow! Back in the CosyCounter view, our list of all the tally sheets immediately reflects our changes. The CosyCounter, another great book, now has a cool icon, which is a book. The round blue button on the right shows the selected action style. It is no longer the formerly vertical 2-button action style. It is now the one single button action style which we did select. Let us now change our focus from using the CosyCounter app for designing the basic objects to the use of our counting machines. As you may expect, this is what the blue round buttons are made for. You start a specific counting machine by pushing its blue round button. So let's activate our CosyCounter, another great book. Here it is. This is the counting view, your place where you are using your CosyCounters for their main purpose, counting. Although the counting view looks very clear and simple, it delivers you a lot of super smart features. We cannot cover them in this overview session, but I'm going to develop additional, more detailed session videos for you as soon as possible. Your daily use of CosyCounter is real smart and easy. Select your desired CosyCounter to start that counting machine, and then tap on any of its action buttons, depending on the selected action style. What do you think will happen when you push the big round button here? You are right, the number display will change +1. Let's do it. Wow, there happened a lot of things. First, yes, the number display changed as expected. This change was visualized for you by a whole set of some smooth animations. Smooth in this context means that you must not explicitly notice each animation, but your subconscious gets feedback signals what makes you feel comfortable. Also, there was an acoustic sound feedback. The undo button in the navigation bar was activated and an undo badge added with the number 1 in a small red circle. What you cannot see in this screen? The counting action +1 was added to your private CosyCounter timeline. Let's leave the counting view by pushing the back button CosyCounter on the navigation bar. Okay, so we first covered the area of design activities and second the area of counting activities. The third and very interesting area of activities within CosyCounter is remembering. That is what the CosyCounter timeline is made for. We select the timeline through the black tab bar. The third tab from the left is the timeline tab. Let's tap it. No matter how many actions you have done with CosyCounter, may there be hundreds or thousands of stored counting actions, as they are directly kept in your iPhone's or iPad's memory, the timeline view appears extremely fast on your device. It's very cool how fast CosyCounter runs on your iPhone. By the way, you do not have to worry about wasting your device's costly memory. CosyCounter is extremely optimized for memory savings. That is one of the benefits by using only the newest technologies from Apple's iOS software development kit for app development. All your counting actions are shown in reverse chronological order. You can browse through each single of your counting actions. So you get a transparency that outshines the simple summarized end values of a tally sheet. The timeline shows you the details behind your summarized end values to the split second. Isn't that awesome? Another comfort feature is the green time grouping bar below the blue navigation bar. This is your ultimate navigation tool for large databases. For demonstration purposes, the automatically generated demo database covers a range of 5 to 6 years. Let's tap the right 1 year button. All your counter actions get hidden behind yearly chapters, which are closed. You open the year 2012 by a single tap onto its blue chapter title. It presents all actions from the year 2012. Tap the opened blue chapter title again, and it will get closed. If you prefer a schedule by month, then tap the 1 month button. To navigate fast through your monthly chapters, you may use the vertical line of points on the right side. This is a standard iPhone control object named index bar. Swipe with one finger over this line to scroll the list or tap it on any position. The first upper dot of the index bar represents the newest month in your timeline. The last lower dot of this index bar stands for the oldest month in your timeline, whatever it is. This combination of index bar and time grouping bar gives you a unique, comfortable navigation through your private counting timeline. That was the overview live demo of CosyCounter. I hope you remember the areas of activities, from design to counting to remembering. Thus, you'll get the most benefit of CosyCounter. I hope you enjoyed this live demo. You may leave a comment on YouTube or send me a mail through the CosyCounter homepage, www.CosyCounter.com. If you like CosyCounter, you may download it for free from the App Store. Another channel to stay in contact is the CosyCounter page on Facebook. You may check more live demo sessions with CosyCounter. I will publish the links on the homepage CosyCounter.com. Bye, enjoy CosyCounter and have fun.